Boom. Here we are, man. We got that Guy Gardner DC Multiverse Mcfarlane Collector's Edition Platinum. We got that platinum, man. But before we go any further, let's hit that notification bell. Let's subscribe. Let's like. Go up in the comment section. Let me know. Are you guys going after this figure? Do you prefer the actual green and black one, or are you looking for this one? Let me know. Let's take a look at this box. Typical Mcfarlane box. Guy Gardner, Green Lantern Corps, number 32. And the artwork on the back is, part of the actual release. Like I said, this is a platinum edition, man. And here's that barcode for you guys looking for this guy. Now, when I did my Power Girl unboxing, it was like, how'd you get it so fast? Dumb freaking luck. Same thing with this guy. Same Walmart. He was just sitting there and I picked him up. So I hope I'm not giving you guys the impression that I'm getting anything early. This is just freaking luck. But I like being lucky. Let's get this figure open. All right, got him open, fought against the plastic ties and tape. Thank you, Todd. And you can see right here, it's that platinum 90s version of Guy Gardner. I know a lot of people were preferring the Red Lantern ring version. I'm a 90s kid, so this is actually hitting me right in the feels. When I was reading comics in the 90s, Guy Gardner was looking like this. So I'm actually kind of happy to have it. I actually did pre-order it, expecting to get this one, but when I saw this guy in the wild, had to cop him. Let's take a look at what he comes with. Of course, comes with the trusty hockey puck. We've seen this before, nothing new, but it's the collector's edition, so you get that silver logo right there. Let's take a look at the card. Same image on the back of the box. It's pretty cool. Definitely the more modern version of Guy. And you can pause that if you want to give this data file a read. Cool. Now let's take a look at some of his accessories. You get some hands. This kind of, trigger hand. It's like a gun. Why is he making these? But that yellow ring looks pretty dope on there. The detail's pretty great. I'm trying to get it focused so you can really see. Try to make out the detail a bit. It's pretty cool. Other kind of trigger figure hand. And then he has this pointing hand, which is pretty fun, with a yellow lantern ring. And then it's another regular fisted hand. So those are the hands you get. And then you get this yellow lantern, which is pretty cool. I have a few lanterns. I'm also gonna, sorry, I should have said this in the beginning. I will be comparing him to the other DC Multiverse Green Lantern figures I have in my collection. See how he scales. I should have said this in the beginning. Let's take a look at some of the other lanterns I have. honestly cannot remember whose lantern belongs to whom. Well, this is Kilowoggs. Now, how do you guys feel about the lanterns being translucent? Because technically, like, the constructs are kind of supposed to have that translucent look, while the lanterns should be kind of a solid piece. They should not be made of the same material as the constructs. Let me know if that's something you care about. And that's all the accessories he has. He does come with some face plates and swappable hair. But as far as accessories, his hands and the lantern, which is kind of whack. You know, this is the collector's edition. This specific set costs more than the regular one, right? This was like $32 and some change at Walmart. So with a Green Lantern figure, I'm expecting some constructs. You got to give us some constructs. Now, if this was a regular DC Multiverse release, whatever, you know, it'd be nice if we got constructs, but swappable face plates and hands, I'll be like, yo, that's a lot. But for a collector's edition, a Green Lantern figure without constructs is kind of crazy. Now, when I get my regular Guy Gardner figure, I'm going to use some of the constructs from the other figures that I have because they can't wear all of them, especially Simon Baz. But for this guy, it'd be really cool to have some yellow constructs. Anyway, rant is over. Sorry, let's look at this figure. Let's get a better look at this guy. I'm gonna raise you up. Bring him in. Okay, so first let's take a look at the sculpt. Boy, is that a face a mother could love. Jeez Louise. But I'd say it came out pretty good. That face looks pretty decent, man. Now I don't like this. Now, the faceplate works really well on some figures like Huntress and Simon Baz and even Mr. Terrific. But here, like, you can really see where it's cut out. You know, along the hairline isn't so bad. But once we get to where the ear is, not a fan. Not a deal breaker, just not a fan. Now, I will say, this obviously is a different material than the arms, and with the regular release, this is green and this is black. So with the paint application, I have to say, they did a pretty good job of matching the arms to the vest, because this is much more of a softer plastic. So different material, but it does feel like it's a jacket. You do see the white poking through under the arms a little bit. I don't care, but you guys might. This lantern ring. Let's get focus. It's hard to focus on him. On the ring. And the belt is connected to the jacket. I don't really care, but it would have been cool if it was a separate piece. Would you prefer to be a separate piece? I'm just happy that it's not connected to the diaper. Because sometimes I can see Mcfarlane doing that, connecting the belt to this diaper, and it's just this massive diaper he has on. And the tightest jeans in the world right here. And it actually has some dirt on it. Like right here, if you see, it's like some kind of like dirty jeans or some It's not really acid wash, but there's a little, they're a little worn here, which I think is pretty cool. Sorry, I'm trying to find, I need to put a little bit more light so you don't want to blow it out, but I'm having focus issues. And then the boots. Now, obviously, like I said, this is just a repainted figure of the regular release. So this may not be actually accurate to the comics as far as the design. It's just painted over from the regular, like I said. But I don't mind. This is pretty cool, man. This is pretty cool. Let's see his articulation. He can turn the head. Arm goes up pretty good. A little stiff. Now, I will say this torso is solid. It's a solid piece. So you're not getting any, no give here at all. Which is interesting. I don't know how I feel about that, because technically he is a flying figure, and you want to be able to do something that's as high as his head can go. So if you wanted him to fly, it'd be kind of like this. I thought we'd get that Damian Wayne treatment where because Damian Wayne, you're able to crunch him. Yeah, this has nothing. Can't even spin from the waist. Yeah, from the waist. Do the splits. Ooh, nice and clicky. Oh, sorry. Ugh. Okay, that's pretty much the articulation here. Let's swap out some of these pieces. So we get the regular bowl cut. Pop that off. There's that hole right there. That looks crazy. And you can throw on the more modern Zach Morris hairstyle, which it's not a clean match. It's not. And I guess they were trying to go for, like, when your hair is cut a little closer, it has a different color, but there's too many different colors here. Because his face is a different color than his ears, which is a different orange, and the side of the back of his head, which is different. There's just a lot going on. But then his hairline, it's kind of odd. It's a little odd. Let's try some different faces. Oh, that's terrifying. That's the stuff of nightmares. I do like how easy it is to swap this stuff out. But you can see like nothing's really matching from the neck to the face of the ears. And in person, it's not that bad. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Let's try a different face. Ah, there we go. I think I'm gonna rock with this one. This kind of cocky smirk. Oops. Definitely with this. Did I put it backwards? Wait, is that backwards? Yeah, there we go. Sorry, I'm having focus issues. Still think it looks pretty cool. Let's see how he sizes up with some other Green Lantern figures. And here's the squad that I have. And I have to say, he scales pretty freaking well. He scales really well. The comics, he's about 6 foot, so he should be pretty much on par with everybody. I will say his legs are the most muscular out of all of them. I dig it. And honestly, I can't wait to get the regular release because that's going to really fit here. I think that'll be in this Green Lantern display that I'm trying to put together is the regular release Guy Gardner. And this guy, I don't know where I'm going to put him or what I'm going to do with him. Maybe I'll give him away when I get 500 subscribers. Who the heck knows? If not, maybe I'll create like a 90s superhero display. I don't know if they were together. Can't remember. But let's throw him with electric blue and some other kind of 90s inspired DC Multiverse figures I have. Don't have many. I have some, but I think this looks great. And this is not Hal Jordan. This is the other Green Lantern Corps figure. It's actually his body. But I had the original Hal that came in the 2-pack. And I said, let me throw it on this body. I know they came out with the classic Hal Jordan. I'm not the biggest fan of just kind of like naked painted figures. I do like that bit of texture we get on their suits. So I kind of made him my more classic. The head swap isn't perfect, and that'll fall right off, but it works for the display. And that's kind of how he stands next to Guy Gardner. This Guy Gardner's got some. He did not skip leg day. Oops, John Stewart. And then, the more armored up Green Lantern figures. I think he looks cool side by side with him. They kind of scale. They work. His fellow 90s companion, Kyle. I think that's pretty dope. It works, man. It works. And one of the later releases, another faceplate guy. That's Simon Baz, who is a smaller figure. He is on a stand. It's giving him a bit more height. Just a little, just thinner, but I don't mind it. I like the different bucks. Makes them feel like different. Humans are different, right? So I don't mind it. And it's still in scale. He came with so many constructs. Like, he's what I would expect from a collector's edition. Faceplates, constructs, So I'll be giving that to the regular release guy. And this guy won't have any yellow constructs, which is kind of lame. But it is what it is. John Stewart does not want to stand up. And I think my favorite Green Lantern out of the bunch is this Kilowog right here. I mean, this guy is just beefy. And I know some people don't like the liberties Mcfarlane took with all his detailing and stuff, but I like it like that, man. You know, I actually don't like it when figures are just look like naked painted bodies. I don't mind it for some Superman figures because he's kind of just wearing tights sometimes. Or kind of like those, comic book Batman, the Hush, the Nightfall. It is kind of just spandex. But when I think of a Green Lantern suit, it's not spandex, So it could be something as subtle as Kyle's or something as armored up as John's. I like both together. But what I don't like is just painted, kind of like Simon Bass. Not my favorite way of doing a Green Lantern figure. But that's him with Kilowog. Let's see how he stands with some other superheroes. Here's him next to Hush, Batman. Who remembers that comic book where Batman punched Guy Gardner right in the face for being a butthole? Who remembers that one? I think it was a Justice League of America comic. It was excellent. They scale really well together. And this is like, one of the bigger Batman, and it works because I feel like, Batman should be taller than Guy. And this is the Batman that I have in my main display. He's the one that's with the Bat family. I have the Three Jokers Batman, of course, Nightfall Batman. We all have a bunch of Batmans, but he's like my main guy. I think they size really well together. Now my main Superman is just this one. Although it's the best one, in my opinion, they just don't work together. It's hard scaling this Superman with so many figures. He does. Yeah, he's just too small for everyone, which is a shame. We need like a decent Superman figure, right? A decent Superman figure. And we just use this buck. That works. That's fine. Use this buck for Superman Mcfarlane from here on out. You kind of nailed it with the Crisis joint. Use that body. I don't think we'll be mad at all. And someone else in this wave. She is so huge. She's an Amazon. She's supposed to be like 5'11". For everyone saying she has heels, yeah. If a 5'11" in heels makes you 6 foot, makes you his height. She's like already 6'5", 7 foot in heels. This is crazy. Well, that's the figure, man. That's the figure. I love it. Like I said, my biggest gripes is that it's a collector's edition. It's a pricier edition, and we get no real accessories except for this. We need some constructs. And maybe he didn't want to make constructs for him because they didn't want to mold more yellow plastic. Doesn't matter. When it's a collector's edition, it needs to be separate from the regular line. And I think it's a crime not to get constructs. Now, real quick, I don't know much about, although I grew up with this guy Gardner, I wasn't really reading his comics or the comics he was in. So I don't really know much about his deal with the yellow ring. But if you want to see another yellow ring Patriot next to him, I got this Sinestro right here. Which, will he stand easily for me? Ish. That looks pretty dope. They look great together. Let's see. I'm never gonna get these tiny rings in focus, but they're about the same. Yeah, and you know, there actually is a little design in there. It's not just a yellow dot. All right, I've talked your head off. I've talked your head off. Okay, so like I said, I like the figure. It has a lot of flaws. You know, this on the side of the face is just not what you would expect for this kind of, you know, we expect more from these figures than that, especially if it's going to be the collector's edition. To me, you're spending more money and no constructs. So that's kind of lame. So what I say, am I happy I got it? Is it worth getting? Absolutely. Should have been a regular release at like $23 for sure. But anyway, enough complaining. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Are you guys picking this up? Are you looking for the platinum? Do you just want the regular release? Let me know in the comments section. And thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys watching. Let's get to 500 subscribers. Maybe I'll give this guy away at 500. Who knows? We'll have to see. But anyway, like I said, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll be back. Same super time, same super channel. Peace.